Oh, she's going right to the camp, the other people.
Right by the fire.
Sounds like somebody pulled on my door handle.
Before we move on, if you're enjoying the video so far, leaving a like really helps. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time. We recently passed 50,000 subscribers, and that's entirely because of you. The next target is 100,000 before the end of the year. Ambitious, but worth aiming for. There's a hidden word somewhere in this video. See if you can spot it. Now, let's continue. The next horrifying video comes from Caden Ventures, a US-based outdoor adventure channel documenting real-time camping and wilderness trips. It is April 7th, 2026, near Deer Creek, Las Vegas, Nevada, United States. The setup is casual, a group around the campsite, talking, relaxed, with no expectation of anything happening. They bring out an EMF meter, not as a serious investigation, but just to test it in the open desert. That matters, because there is no built tension leading into it.
Next to you, babe. Are you happy that we're here, keeping you company?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, okay. What was this area known for? Did you used to ski out here?
Oh, yeah. What about time before?
Oh, yo.
Did you get stuck?
Wait, okay, so, ooh, he got stuck out here.
Yeah.
Wait, okay.
You got stuck. Rio.
Rio!
They begin structuring questions, not random, but directional. Is someone here? Are you nearby? And the device continues reacting. That is where interpretation begins. Because once responses appear to align with questions, it stops feeling like coincidence and starts to feel like interaction.
By yourself. When you went hiking.
Did you get lost when you were hiking?
You really did. Got lost.
Yeah. Did you die hiking?
Yeah. Scared.
What?
Yep.
Was it in the winter?
Was it in the summer?
Fall?
Summer.
Were you a rock climber? You were just a hiker.
It's just a hiker.
Are you friendly? Yeah.
He's friendly. Yeah. Yeah, he says yes.
Are you a?
Oh my God.
Are you a girl?
He's a guy.
Are you a boy? You're a man. Are you a man? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boy.
Yes, a man. Okay. All right.
From there, they begin building a narrative, not from clear evidence, but from the responses themselves. A lone hiker, lost in the mountains, in the area. Each idea is introduced, then reinforced by another spike. That creates a pattern. Question, response, assumption, confirmation. Whether real or not, it feels consistent to them.
Are you under 50?
Did you die in the 1990s?
The 1980s?
We could go back and back.
70s?
60s.
60s? 50s? 40s?
30s.
He's like, oh, the 1800s? Oh, he's old, yo. Are you from California or Arizona? He's from California. So were you a miner in California?
Rio looks scary.
Rio's over there looking like a crazy dog. She looks crazy.
Oh my God, Rio, come here.
Rio, come. Rio, look, we're here.
Not in our campsite, right? So we're good.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they're odd, I don't care. So they're friendly.
Oh, he said you said as long as you're friendly and it's.
Then the level of detail increases. Now it shifts to identity, male, time period, history. They move through different decades, eventually landing on something older, possibly the 1800s, and the device continues to react. That is where it becomes more emotional, because the responses are no longer general, they feel personal, at least in how they are interpreted. Later, a separate detail emerges. Around 1 in the morning, sounds are reported. Footsteps, dragging, not seen but heard by multiple people. There is no visual confirmation, but enough for it to be noticed. This one does not rely on a single moment. It builds through interpretation. A device reacts, and meaning is applied to those reactions, and that is the key difference. Because the EMF does not confirm anything on its own, it only reacts. Everything else comes from how those reactions are understood. The next chilling video comes from Camping with Sam Bananas, a solo outdoor adventure channel focused on real-time camping in remote U.S. wilderness. It is March 9th, 2026 in western Pennsylvania, United States.
Another thing that I haven't really talked too much about is that cars keep driving past the entrance of this campsite. Some of them are kind of hanging around and lingering, and that's something that I noticed people do a lot when you go camping. People like to kind of snoop on you and just kind of see what you're doing. Now maybe this is just my perspective and I might be wrong about this, but I think most of those people are just kind of curious because they like to go camping and just never got around to it, or kind of too nervous to do it, or whatever reason.
The setup is quiet. A deep mountain campground, winter conditions, no immediate activity. Then movement appears, not in the woods but on the road. Cars pass by, which is normal, but they do not just pass, they slow down. Some linger, then leave. That repetition matters, because one pass means nothing, but multiple passes start to form a pattern. And in a remote location like this, patterns stand out quickly.
This guy keeps coming in, pointing his headlights at me, and then backing out. I think there's 2 cars, too. I really don't know.
Then one vehicle separates from the rest. It does not just pass, it enters. Slowly, it stops at the entrance, then turns its headlights directly toward the campsite. That changes the dynamic completely, because now it is not distant movement, it is directed attention. Then it backs out, leaves, and returns again. Same movement, same positioning. At that point, it no longer feels like random traffic. It starts to feel intentional, even if it is not. From his perspective, the uncertainty builds. Is someone trying to park or trying to observe? And without context, there is no way to tell. Eventually, the situation resolves. The driver approaches and explains, and the pattern starts to make sense. He is trying to find a place to stop. What looked like surveillance was hesitation. What felt targeted was uncertainty. And that is what defines it, because nothing actually escalates, but it gets close enough to. And in isolated environments like this, that gap between unclear and confirmed is where most of the tension sits. Not in what happens, but in how it looks before you understand it. The next shocking video of the night comes from Catherine Gregory, an outdoor backpacking channel focused on real-time wilderness travel and backcountry camping. It is September 26, 2022, in Yellowstone National Park, Wyoming, United States. The setup is already high risk, but controlled. Backcountry camping in grizzly territory. They are aware of it, talking about it openly. So the environment is not unexpected. It is managed. At this stage, everything is functioning as it should. Awareness, preparation, routine.
Well, I have a bison scratching his head right on my picnic basket, picnic table.
You almost hit your little satellite dish.
Yeah. Yikes.
Guys, they're in camp. Oh, this could be cool.
Oh my gosh, he's going right to the camp, the other people.
Right by the fire. I was going for the picnic table.
He's like, I want to scratch my back on this one too.
Listen to him crunching.
Then the boundary breaks. A bison enters the campsite, not passing by, not distant, but inside it. That is the key shift, because wildlife is expected, but not at this proximity. It does not just move through. It interacts, scratching against structures, moving between equipment, treating the campsite like part of its environment. That removes the separation completely. There is no longer a clear safe zone, and the proximity holds. It stays close to food, gear, and people. Movement is unpredictable, with no clear direction. That is where the risk peaks, because large animals do not need intent to create danger, just movement. And at this distance, reaction time is minimal. Later, everything returns to normal. They cook, settle, and continue the trip. More wildlife appears, but at a distance, controlled again. And that contrast is what defines it. Because nothing actually went wrong, but it easily could have. The environment did not change. The distance did. And in places like this, that is all it takes. Not aggression, not escalation, just being too close to something that does not recognize boundaries. The next video comes from Road to Peace, Lens on Wheels, a van life channel documenting quiet overnight stops and real-time experiences on the road. It is April 11th, 2026, at a rest area in Iowa, United States.
Those times where you just need to pause for a second. I didn't think this would matter, but it actually does. This vehicle might be staying the night. I'm not quite sure. Well, I'm just walking around again to get a feel for the area, all the sounds. Want to see who all is here. You know, we have a little bit of wind now. See, there's a few more cars, a few more trucks. Yeah, I still don't know how it's going to go tonight or how I'm going to feel about this tonight. I can remember so many times when I had to actually leave where I was parked. Strange noises, or it was way too loud, or something happened and everybody had to clear out. Or the weather was bad. But it's always good to walk around and just learn the area, feel it out.
Before settling in, she does something deliberate. She listens, not just looking around, but identifying sound, wind, traffic, footsteps. She establishes a baseline. That matters, because once you know what is normal, anything outside of it stands out immediately. The environment feels controlled. Few vehicles, mostly trucks. Light rain starting, nothing unusual. Just quiet, isolated, predictable. She returns to the van, ready to sleep.
What was that noise? Sounds like somebody pulled on my door handle. I don't see anybody out there. I don't want to expose myself. Boy. See, now I want to leave. Now I'm just too nervous to go back to sleep. Boy, it's...
Then that baseline breaks. A sharp metallic noise, close. Not distant, not ambient, but specific. It sounds like a handle being pulled. That is the key detail, because it suggests interaction, not just movement. She wakes instantly, alert, checks outside, but sees nothing. No person, no movement, which leaves only uncertainty. Was it her van or another vehicle nearby? And without visual confirmation, there is no way to resolve it. She changes her behavior immediately. Lights on, presence made visible, not reacting outward, but signaling control from inside. Then she waits, listens again, trying to re-establish that baseline. Nothing follows, no second sound, no escalation, which leaves it in a very specific position. A single event without confirmation. And that is what makes it linger, because it is close enough and specific enough to feel intentional. But without anything to support it, it never moves beyond that. Before we get into the next clip, around 70% of people watching aren't subscribed. We're working toward 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you're enjoying the video, hitting subscribe really does help. All right, let's get back to it. The last video of the night comes from the Hoggett Project, a solo wilderness exploration channel focused on off-grid travel and high-risk mountain terrain. It is August 28, 2024, in a remote mountainous wilderness in the United States. It starts with a decision to go further than necessary. An unknown tunnel off an already isolated road. The terrain around it is unstable. Drop-offs, loose ground, cable infrastructure. It is not designed for travel, but he commits anyway. Passing through it does not just change location, it removes the easy way back. On the other side, everything opens up but becomes less defined. No clear route, no structure, just terrain.
Again, I circled all the way around, took the tunnel out the other side, and it took me out to where the elk were. And now I'm just trying to hike up this vantage point to see if it's worth taking the vehicle up here. So yeah, this is a nice little vantage point, but it's loud because of all these wires and no shelter. I'm gonna go that way this time. Okay, let's do it.
Then the environment shifts. Weather moves in fast. Dark cloud cover, increasing wind exposure, temperature dropping. And because he is at elevation, there is no buffer, no trees, no cover, just open ground. At this point, the risk is no longer distance, it is exposure.
Anyway, I'm out here, I can't see crap. And as you can see, it's a campsite.
At the highest point, he is fully committed. No shelter nearby, no quick descent. Visibility is already dropping. This is where conditions move from manageable to controlling. Because now, the environment dictates pace. Night compounds it. He sets up, but it is not a proper camp. It is reactive. Rain turns to hail. Noise increases. Temperature drops further. Everything becomes sensory overload. Sound, cold, reduced visibility. There is no recovery here, just endurance.
Next time, but we're up in the clouds and you can't see anything from all the fog. There is a viewpoint from here that would have been nice, but just can't see anything right now. And so it's almost like it'd be better to be down in the trees.
Morning does not reset it. It restricts it further. Fog covers everything, reducing visibility to near zero. And that is critical, because landmarks disappear. Orientation becomes unreliable, even in terrain he has already moved through. Nothing here is sudden. No single failure, no single mistake. It is accumulation. Going further than planned, losing defined paths, weather closing in, visibility dropping. Each step is manageable on its own, but together they remove control. And by the end, it is no longer about exploration. It is about navigating an environment that has already taken over the situation. And that wraps up another dive into the unknown. If you're into spine-chilling footage and unexplained encounters, hit that subscribe button and stick around. We've got more coming, and it only gets weirder from here.